Ajnanandasya jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Jagadev. Congratulations to the family here. Bhagwan have come to your house. But what the most beautiful thing is that what you don't see is you could have easily made this your living room. You have changed your living room into temple. And that is really beautiful. You don't see that very often. Very often people will like to have a small temple hiding in a corner. They will not like to show their spirituality. But seeing the family itself, the girls, even the boys, mother, father, all together, it's really beautiful. And that is what is lacking nowadays. When we look at the world itself, we see a lot of peaceful happiness in the world, no? Everybody is joyful and happy. No, it's opposite. Because there is no God in their life. No. You see, God, we can't say God is not in our life. God is always in our life. If He is not in our life, we'll be dead. That essence, that little bit of His essence is always there. Whether we want it, whether we don't want it, whether we believe in it or not, He's always there, that essence. But more, we root ourselves in His love. This is very important to understand. We root ourselves in His love. When we root ourselves in love, love will grow. We root ourselves in misery, misery will grow. We root ourselves in worry, worry will grow. And most of the time, this worry is not now. You're always sitting in the past or for the future. When you are seated in the past, let's say you are sitting here right now, but you are thinking of your past, you feel guilty about it. What is happening? Between the past and the present moment, there's a big distance. No? There's a big distance. Between here and the future that you are thinking about, there is also a big distance. So both ways, the past have a distance and the future have a distance. The present is solid. That is the reality. You can enjoy Bhagwan's presence only now. If you are planning for the future, that's what will be when the future will be in the future. But it creates worry inside of you. Will I succeed? Will I achieve what I want to achieve? Most of the time, no. You don't know what is tomorrow. You don't know what is in the 15 minutes. You go out, had an accident, finish. I'm not wishing that. But if you will die by going, you will go directly to His lotus feet, because His Mahaprasad is the blessing for the duration. The blessing for everything. That is a blessing. How many really put God into their life? How many people say, yes, we believe in God. But to believe in God is one thing. Do you have the bhav? inside of you. Bhagavan is concerned only on one thing. It's not how much we decorate ourselves outside. It's not how much we are offering on the outside. Rich people can do all this, yes, but they don't have any power inside of them. They don't have that love inside of them. It's just a show. Bhaktas, the devotees, is different. They have this power inside of their heart. That is what is needed. That power, Bhagavan is longing for that. When we say we yearn, we long, it's not just an emotion. It is something more deeper than just an emotion. Because emotion comes and goes. Today you love somebody. Tomorrow you may hate that person. I have seen people change like this. One day to the other. I'm sure you also have experienced that. And this is a mystery to me, actually. I'm still looking for an answer for that. How people can change from one moment to the other. Not in a good way. Always in a bad way. Very quickly. Swift. Very instant. But to become good, oh my goodness. To become good, it takes a lot of work to do. That's why it is said now, all good things need an effort. It's hard, It's hard to be good. Especially in this world nowadays, it's very hard to be good. And here we are telling you to be loving. Good is one thing, and we are telling you no, to love. Love how Bhagavan love. Bhagavan Krishna, he loved everybody. But doesn't mean that he was quiet. When he had to give Shishupal his lesson, he did. Cut his head off. That is his justice. He's Bhagavan. And that's what we have to understand, Our life as a bhakta is a life of service. Service to Sri Hari. Service to humanity. Service to everyone who needs help. And we have to try our best to love everyone. The saints also have tried to accept everything that comes in their way with joy. Do you think it's an easy task? It's not an easy task. But for them, they know that everything happened by His will. They perceive Him in their life, they perceive Him in their action, they perceive Him everywhere. And we have to understand that it is only His Swarup which is present in everybody's heart. Those who love truly, Bhagavan is present in the inside of them. Because when Bhagavan is present inside of your heart, He will always remind you of love. He will never remind you of hating. He will never remind you of destroying. He will never remind you to go and kill somebody else. Because Bhagavan is not destruction in that way. He is And those who have realized that, those who have experienced that, they live it constantly. They know that the love which people have, because you can't just love like this. Now, if I will ask you right now a question, okay? You are devotee, all of you. No? Do you love everybody?
No.
Good answer. The other will say yes, because we are very spiritual people, very spiritual people. There's a whole on our head, and we have to love everybody. But one thing, the devotee knows those who love the one is loving all them. This is a difference between your no and yes. When you say no directly like that, it's the truth. Yes, you can't love everybody. And I've never met anybody who love everybody. Really, I can't say that. But for the devotee, different. When Bhagavan is loving through the person towards you, it is Sri Hari which is loving. That is the different reality. And Bhagavan longed for that bhav. Bhagavan longed for that simplicity and that loving, And it's not an easy thing to do. It's a journey which all the saints have gone through that. It was not an easy journey for them. Now we're glorifying them. Mirabai, how much she had to suffer to love Giridhar Gopal, love Giridhariji? A lot. But for her, it was not just a Vigraha. For her, Giridhar Gopal is Krishna himself. It's not serving the deity, the Vigraha, the Murti of the outside. Actually, you're worshipping, you're serving Bhagwan himself. That's why I said you are blessed. But you have chosen your house, your family, to accept service from. Why is that so? This is life and life of relationship. Countless of life and that deep relationship, that deep longing of your soul itself towards Him. He have come to your house. He have come to your life in the form of His name. Vitthala, Giridhari, Krishna, Ram. In the form of your Ishtadev, He have come to you. It is not random like that. It is a reminder of His love to you. And your love in the depth of your heart I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just rationally the love from the mind. No. From that deep, that love that He has for you. He reminds you. Yesterday we were talking about, the Swamiji that we were on the phone talking. He was telling such a beautiful story. Well, one experience actually what he had. 5 years ago when he left, he went to New York, he went to spread there. He was staying at somebody's house, and New York is big. And he told that person, chant Om Namo Narayana. 5 years ago, Bhagavan didn't get the mantra. Huh? Oh, it was, no? No, at the beginning. He didn't before that. So he taught that person 5 years ago to chant Om Namo Narayana. Chant. And funny, a few days ago, they had a meeting in California, where I had satsang also there. There's this man called David. He owned a very beautiful place in California. And I had satsang also there when I was there. And so he saw the men there. 5 years they didn't see each other. He saw the men there. And he was surprised. He said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, you see, David is my brother." Well, we can say coincidence, because there is coincidence also. But for a devotee, coincidence don't exist. You know. How God planned each moment of your life, that I have seen countless of time. You know. How randomly you're traveling, you meet a person you have not met. Or somebody was thinking about it, now you just meet. Is it pure coincidence like that? What is the ratio will be for you to meet that person in a random place? For example, I was in France. I was living in the ashram and we were going to meet the group of people. So we went, said, okay, let me go through the mountain road. Very scenery, you know, beautiful. Oh, we went through this small, tiny road. At the same time, Marina, that's doing there. We got a phone call. Hello? One key is missing for the hotel. We stayed in one hotel in Lutz, you know? And they were asking for the key. We stopped the car and said, "Please, you go and return the key." She went and returned the key with her husband. We drove for 10 minutes. Then there was a beautiful church. We said, "Let's stop there." Stop and look. And as I was entering the car, I heard, "Guruji, good day." I turn and look around, and who is screaming like that? And one devotee, randomly, in the mountain. She was super happy. And rushed quickly and said, "Guruji, do you live here?" I said, "Yes, I work here. I don't live here in this village. I work just behind." But you see the situation of things, you know. For them to forget the key, we stop time. No? The right time. So who holds that key of that time itself? You think you hold time in your hand? No. The one holds that time in his hand. He guides everybody. That's what Sant Tukaram always say. Wherever I go in your footsteps. You hold my hand and guide every step. Who will realize that? You know, we are so much engrossed in ourselves. I am doing this, I am doing that, I, me, mine. I am doing this. How many times our ego is so big thinking that I am doing. Actually, Bhagavan is so humble, he keep quiet. He laughed. You are doing? No, you are not doing anything. This little bitty life that you have, do you think you can do anything? Most of the time of your life you are in a miserable state. Most of the time of your life you are in agony. Most of the time in your life you are not happy. Do you think you are doing everything? Imagine God will give this world to people. Do you think the world what is happening? That will happen much more worse than that. So there is a force which is behind everything, which is guiding our life. That is Sri Hari himself. That is Bhagavan himself. And the saints realize that. Those who have experienced that, they realize their connection, their love. Bhakta become aware of that day by day, but their life is being governed by him. There's this invisible string which is pulling from deep within our heart out, guiding us where we have to be. What we have to do. We think, yes, we are doing it. No, it is him. That is why the saints realize that those which is loving is Bhagavan through them which is loving. The bhaktas should always remember that it is Bhagavan which is loving through them. Is allowing you also to open up your heart and love. Because that's what he longed for. That love itself, that prem itself, only prem, nothing else. So what we have to make an effort to perceive the prem of Sri Hari. So the Guru will be there reminding you, because the Guru is the embodiment of that state itself, He'll remind you that it is Sri Hari which is guiding. And where you have to be, what will happen into your life, He have decided everything. When Mirabai wanted to get married, that night she dreamed of Krishna and she married Krishna. The next day she didn't even know that her uncle have already planned to get him married to Gograj, She was shocked, said, but I'm already married. But to whom have you married? I have married Giridhar Gopal. I said, oh, this is childish story. Why are you, telling that? So to get married, you have to prepare yourself, no? You have to have a very beautiful clothes, you have to have jewelry and all that. But Krishna didn't send. So the mother said to her, Krishna didn't send anything. So if you will have sent, then you will agree. The next day morning, Mirabai was dressed in a bride. They all were shocked. So where did you get this clothes? Because normally, according to the Hindu tradition, the in-law have to send the jewelry and the clothes. And here Mirabai have already said. But then she said to the mother, but you said it, no? Krishna to have to send? He have sent. You see, for normal people, whatever we talk about, it's a fantasy. No. But for the devotee, it is reality. When we say to the world, yes, we believe in God, we love God, it is a fantasy. If you have not experienced that love, you have not experienced that yearning and longing for one, you have not experienced His prem itself, you will not understand that. If we don't understand that everything happened by His will, we will not be able to open up our heart and say, yes, we are loving. And that's why Bhagavan, in little things, we may not perceive it as big miracle power, Bhagavan can appear. Of course he will appear, but we live in a time where doubt and rationality and the mind is predominant, How we will allow that to happen? Only when our heart is open. Only when we have that love inside of ourselves, truly. Then we can experience Him. We can feel Him. We can bring ourselves to that state itself, where our heart have this deep longing. And that heart which have that longing That heart which have that intensity, that heart which have that love, is a heart which doesn't have fear inside of it. It's a fearless heart. Well, how many people in this world nowadays is fearless heart, Most of the people are living in a life of discontentment. They are not happy. Miserable. And that has become a habit. Discontentment. People say, yes, when we have more money, we will be happy. When we have a big house, we will be happy. When we have a big car, we'll be happy. When we have a good husband, we'll be happy. A good wife, we'll be happy. Boyfriend, we'll be happy. Husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Children, we will be happy. But still, they are not happy. They have everything, but yet they are not happy. They are not satisfied. It's not there anymore. So whatever they have, majority of the people, they are still not satisfied. They are still not content. Because that has become a habit in the mind. Misery has become a habit. Then they try to live in that way. Because that has become a habit. When you have a certain habit, it becomes natural. Become normal. There is no joy, nothing. Then you train your mind to go through that. You train your mind in that state itself. So you train your mind not to be happy. You train your mind to have doubt. You train your mind to keep away from the reality. But once you understood that deeply, once you understand what you are doing towards yourself, and that you have to change. Nobody can change you. You have to take that step firstly. Yes, I want to change. When you realize that what you're doing towards yourself, then changes will be possible. Then what we call miracle can happen. Then you realize that yes, that mind, which have never given me that deep satisfaction, was always running left, right, always thinking that if I do this, I'll be happy, if I do that, I'll be happy. But yet, I've never been happy. Then you know that this is the cause of all your pain in your life. But do you think that is nature itself? If that would be natural, then you would have been born depressive. Have you seen a child? The child is open, no, to the world. It is the adult that stopped the child to open themselves. A child is open to the wonder of this world, to the glory of this world. And that's what we have to become. Again, the same state as a child, to be able to wonder. Otherwise, we will never, we'll still be into that delusion. But we are happy. That delusion which we will never let go of, we will never be satisfied. No matter what you do, you will never achieve to the satisfaction. Because you have closed yourself so much into your own mind. That is what Bhagavan wants. You want your mind to transform. You want your mind to surrender. You don't ask for anything. You have everything. One thing that you ask, surrender your mind. Mind is not a thing, no? But we just take it and put it here. It would have been easy. If the mind was the brain, we could have taken it out and put it out, no? But it's not. The mind is subtle. That's why we have to train ourselves to perceive Him, to feel His love. Whenever the mind is running around, like you say, bring it back to the center. Bring it back to the center what you feel. Oh, Bhagwan. You have the choice to jump into the delusion of the world or to dive within the core of your heart. I don't think that nobody have ever felt that love. Everybody have felt that love. Once in your life you have felt it. Whether when you were small, maybe when you are older, no, because you have already trained yourself so well not to be happy. But Bhakta, they feel that. And you should not forget about that. And knows one thing, that everything, like I said earlier, is governed by His will. Your life as a devotee, you should always remember that He is taking care of you. And He will bring you what you have to be. There's a very funny story. You know, there was a king. He was dreaming. So he dreamt. As he was dreaming, Yamraj was behind him. A shadowy figure. And the shadowy figure said, "Dear king, tomorrow is your last day. At sunset, we will have a meeting together. I will come and meet you. And that will be your last day." So before he could finish his conversation with that figure, he was so scared already in the dream that he woke up. And he panicked, he was sweating. And he said, "But okay, fine, but we will meet. Where will be the meeting?" He forgot to ask. And he didn't have time because he was panicking so much, he got so scared that he woke up. So he didn't know where that meeting will be. So he got crazy, he wake up and he start calling all the ministers, call all the philosophy, call all the priests, start discussing everything now, what and where will be that place. In Bhagavad there's a similar story also. Narada was a little bird. So, hearing that, everybody, all the philosophers, all the knowledgeable people were all sitting there discussing, going through all the books and searching for a clue. Where would that place be? Now sunrise have happened. He started scared. If sunrise happened, sunset will happen also. So he started having so much fear, worrying about. What? How? Where is that place? Why he's looking for that place? so that he avoid that place. So seeing that time is running, nobody's arriving anywhere, one elderly gentleman went next to him. Said, King, listen, these philosophers, this script, these people, they will never find a solution to tell you where. Look at them, they are fighting about the scriptures now. They're fighting about their, who knows better. The priest is chanting more mantras and all this thing, they don't even know where the place is. So please, one thing I give you an advice. Take your horse, run away from here. Go far away. Further you can go, better it is. So he was very happy. He looked at them and how they were fighting. He said, yes, nothing will come out from them. He jumped on his beautiful horse and swiftly run. Straight, run. Finally, he reached the border of his kingdom. He went to the next kingdom. He said, it's late now. Nothing is happening. Sunset is happening. And he said, my horse needs some water. He looked at the horse. Horse was so tired. He was running so fast. Poor horse. Very tired. So he said, bring him to the water. Eat the water. As he was giving water to the horse, he looked at the sunset. He said, sun is setting now. I think nothing will happen. I'm safe. At that precise moment, the same guy was behind him. He feel the hand on his shoulder, and that bring a chill inside of him. He turned, he saw the shadow figure again. He got so shocked and scared. And the shadow figure said, wow, you have come to the meeting point. I didn't tell you. But I was wondering if your horse will run so fast to bring you here. But it happened. At the right time, at the right moment. Everything happened in the right time, at the right moment, and the right place. You are here, the one will you to be here. There could have not been anywhere else. That's why I say, perceived that in your life, you're being guided. You're being taken care of. He look after you. Have faith in him. And from your side, make sure that your love and your faith in him grow day by day. Especially in the time of trouble. Especially when you are tested. Because in the time of testing, this is where you know you're right. If your love have not, shattered or moved, then you know truly you are on the right path. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Kundali Kavarade
Hare Vidala Tukaram
Maharaj ki
Jai
Maharaj ki
Jai
Bhakta Mandali ki
Jai
Bharat Maharaj ki
Sharanam.
Tomorrow is a long day for you also. Don't forget to take prasad. The Mahaprasad is the salvation.